Hi, it's Kathy Kress again, and I am back with my YouTube channel, Geriatric Care 1. And in the last episode, we're doing the dysfunctional family now. So you can see 4 episodes that are up on YouTube, and this is the 5th. And we left off with, I was doing 10 signs that you know you're working with a dysfunctional family, or maybe that you're in one. And it is the holidays, you know, and this could be any holiday. Any holidays are just terrible for dysfunctional families, and we're now in a holiday season. So, but what are the warning signs? And I'm now to number 6. And number 6 is triangulation. And these warning signs are just tell you the tip of the iceberg, but to give you a clue. And this is when 2 family members usually gang up on one, thus a triangle. And families, as I said, don't like change at all. And they want things to be the same. And if, for instance, mom becomes disabled when she is older and needs care, you might have 2 family members ganging up on the 3rd because the 3rd one wants to get care for her, and the other 2 don't want to do this because they want to inherit the money. Or it could be that they still want to keep their mother at home. But triangulation is just that, when 2 members of the family gang up on one, and that's because what you want in the nearly normal family, or as it presents itself, is when a situation occurs where you have an older person who is disabled, the nearly normal family, they lock arms. And in triangulation, they're not locking arms at all. They're blaming each other. So the next one is a sense of entitlement, and the person who's filming this and I have just been talking about a very wealthy suburb in New York, Bronxville. And so entitlement can happen in, say, the Upper East Side. That would give you a clue about what I'm talking about. Very expensive parts of Dallas, Nob Hill in San Francisco. And entitled families are in the upper 5% of the income range, and they have all sorts of demands that usually are fantasies, because they believe that they should get just everything they want. And because they've been given everything that they want, because they have a lot of money. And there are some people, like Warren Buffett, who do a great job. He wants a secretary. If you know anything about Warren Buffett, he wants a secretary to get the same social security that he does, and same tax bracket. But at any rate, long story short is a lot of rich and famous entitled people don't want that. So if you have an entitled person, or in an aging family, or you're working with an aging family that is in the upper 5 or 10%, you're probably going to run into difficulties, and it's a warning sign that you're going to have difficulty in working with these families. And a great example of that is Nancy Reagan, who I think was wonderful in supporting Alzheimer's. After her husband developed Alzheimer's, she has a lot of good parts, but she was a highly entitled person and came from a highly entitled Southern California group. The other example, and I've used this before, the Astor family, whose son, Mr. Astor, took advantage of his mother. She was 104, and went to jail for it. So that's the entitled family. That's number 7. And number 8 is narcissistic. If you work with a family someone is very narcissistic, that's a definite sign of a dysfunctional family. And you know, narcissistic, comes from a myth where someone looks in the pond and sees themselves and thinks they're perfectly beautiful. And this is someone who doesn't have boundary issues, and usually someone who is a parent really reflects their former parent, their aging parent, and that the child is usually devalued in the narcissistic parent's, raising of the child. And this creates a very angry adult child when that parent gets older, and this can bring, just total lack of support for the parent as they age. So I'm in number 8, and I'm going to end here, and we're going to do 9 and 10 next, and I will see you. My channel is Geriatric Care 1, and always go to my blog, kathycrest.com, and I will see you next time.